Happy fall, everybody. Happy October. See the pretty mums I've got. So if you looking for some mums, you should run down to Benkin's. That's where I pick those up. They always have such nice flowers over there. But anyway, we're not here to talk about flowers. Or are we? We could touch on that a little bit. I'm here to talk about selling your house in the fall. Probably one of the most asked questions I get about real estate is, should I just wait until spring to sell my house? Is fall actually a good time? Winter's a terrible time, right? Statistically, spring is a better time only because there are more home sales during that time, but it's actually not as much as you would think. So if you look at the statistics from last year and the end of last year from July until December, there was a total, I'm using my cheat sheet here, 11,482 homes and condos and things sold from July through December of 2018. Now compare that to the beginning of this year, which is January through June of 2019, 12,417 properties were sold. So it's only a difference of about 1,000 properties. So it's not as big of a difference as you think. So selling your house in the fall is not a terrible time to sell. And actually the buyers who are out there looking in the fall and the winter are generally more serious buyers. So you may not get as many showings, but the ones who are coming to see your house are a little bit more serious about buying, because chances are in the winter and the fall, they're moving because they have to move. Either they're being relocated or maybe their lease is up. Nobody really likes moving in the fall or the winter, so it actually is a good time to sell because the buyers are a little more serious. So that being said, if you are thinking about selling in the fall, there's a few things that you have to remember. One is that, it gets darker earlier. So light is very, very important. So when you're showing your home, you want to make sure you've got all the lights on in the house, outside the house, and maybe you even want to bring in a few extra lamps in the home, just to showcase your house up in the best light, and that was pun intended. The other thing is you want to be really proactive about your maintenance on your home. So if we're thinking about things that we need to have working correctly in the fall and the winter, you think about your HVAC and your heat. You may not be turning the heat on until, maybe October. Well, not now, we've had such nice days, but, in the November, and all of a sudden it doesn't work. So it's really important that you make sure your HVAC is working correctly. So of course, you know what I say, change those filters and get a maintenance, a tune-up, making sure everything's working correctly. Get those gutters cleaned out, get that clean up in the yard, fall yard. Everything's kind of dying this time of year, so everything's looking a little more drab after all the leaves get bright and then they fall off the trees. So, just doing a few things like putting mums on the front porch, or just classing up a little bit with some color, adding a little color here and there and making things really bright so it shows off your home in the best way possible. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. If you're thinking about selling and wondering whether or not fall is a good time, you can always reach out to me for more questions or information. And of course, I'm never too busy for your referrals. So hope everyone has a wonderful October.